So a while ago, Josh and I were on a trip, and it was somewhere very tropical and very hot. And of course, I forgot to pack my good natural deodorant that I always use. So I wasn't going to be stinky. So I went to whatever store was there that I could get some basic supplies from, and all they had is like industrial strength antiperspirant. That's all that I could get. And so, of course, I made the choice and went ahead and got it because that was better than being stinky all the time. But when I got home from my trip, I, of course, immediately went right back to wanting to use my good natural stuff that I like to use. But it didn't work. It had worked before and it didn't work. And it reminded me of when I first started using natural deodorant. I tried type after type after type, and I honestly thought there was something wrong with me because it didn't work, and it was really frustrating. But what I found out is that there are some steps that you have to take when you are transitioning from a like store-bought regular, like normal deodorant or antiperspirant to natural deodorant in order to make it work, whether that's homemade or whether it's store-bought. So today, I'm gonna show you what I did to not stink while my body was readjusting to the natural deodorant. I just have to say a few things about this idea. The first is that you'll hear a lot online that your body's taken on toxins and it has to detox, and that's what the smell is. And that's not strictly true. Like, there's no evidence that there is a detox process that's happening, which is why you stink. There is definitely a lot of evidence that you can take on toxins from bad deodorants and antiperspirants. Aluminum is a major concern, and especially because you're working with an area of your body that is so closely tied to lymph glands and things like that. You do want to be really careful with that because it can definitely absorb toxins. And your natural, like especially the antiperspirants, have a lot of those. So you do want to be careful, but the smell when you switch to a natural deodorant isn't necessarily a detox. It's actually your microbiome changing. And this is important because it's your microbiome that is responsible for the body odor in the first place. And when you switch anything, any of your skin products, anything, the bacteria on your skin actually changes to adjust for that. And it's that element that's happening that creates kind of that uncontrollable body odor for a little bit. And so that's what we're going to be addressing. This microbiome change can last for about 2 to 3 weeks before it's done. But the good news is you don't have to be stinky that whole time. There's a few things that we can do to help your body actually really make that change very gracefully and not too smelly. And the first thing is a clay charcoal pit mask. I know, but this really does help. This is something that you can do about 2 to 3 times a week during that transition period. You don't have to do this forever. It's just gonna help suck out any toxins that have gathered in there, any pockets of old bacteria of the old microbiome, anything like that, to help really freshen up the system, really cleanse anything that's in there, and really help your skin be able to make the transition to the new deodorant, the natural deodorant. And this is so easy to make. Again, you'd use it just about 2 to 3 times a week for those few weeks. You're just gonna start with about a tablespoon of a bentonite clay. Get a really good quality. I love the Redmond brand bentonite clay. A teaspoon of salt, good quality salt there. And about a teaspoon of an activated charcoal. This is really, really good stuff, but do be careful because this can stain your clothes. So I'm just gonna put it all into just a little bowl. And you could make up a big batch of this dry mix right here and just kind of wet it as you need it. Keep it in the bathroom, that would be easy. The great way to do this is just to put it on for about 10-15 minutes before you jump into the shower. That's really helpful. And just to be clear, this isn't gonna help you if you're like, ooh, I stink right now. That's not what this is for. This is to help that microbiome adjust. And then you can use water. I really like using a raw apple cider vinegar here. You're just gonna get it wet enough to make a spreadable paste, just like you would for like a mud mask on your face, which means it's really easy to get it too wet, so go slowly. While you're in this transition process, it's important to remember to use natural fibers with your clothing. It helps so much. This is always true, but especially when you think you might be a little stinky, that is really helpful. Use linen, cotton, wool, any of those things are gonna really help not to harbor the bacteria that's making things smell. So that can really help a lot. So pull out your cotton shirts and you'll be able to use those. If you are kind of going about your day and you go, ooh, I think I stink a little bit, I need to do a reset. We all know that just like a quick washcloth doesn't usually cut it the way we'd like. So let's look at something else that you can do that's like the quick reset for when you're in the middle of the day and you need to freshen up. This is super easy to make up whenever you need it in the house. It's just a little bit of honey in here. I have about a tablespoon of honey. That's not because I'm trying to make some exact measurement. I'm just trying to see like how much I might need. And then a little bit of salt. And again, there's not exact measurements. Put that in, and we're just trying to make a little paste. And then a tiny bit of that activated charcoal. If you guys don't have activated charcoal on hand, I would really encourage you to get some in your house. I always keep a jar or two like this. It has so many good uses, and it's so good to have on hand in case of accidental poisoning in your home. But you do need to know how to use it. So get a book on it or something. There's some good ones out there. So just a little bit, remembering that the charcoal can make a mess if you're not careful with it. So we don't want too much. You're just gonna make up a paste here. And then you just wanna go use it as a gentle exfoliant scrub. Probably you wanna change your shirt, any undergarments you might have on that's touching the armpit area, and make sure you do a quick freshen up. That will help, and then reapply your natural deodorant. All of that will help kind of reset so that you can get on with the rest of your day without worrying about smelling. In the next couple of weeks, I'm gonna be doing another video on a couple of my favorite homemade natural deodorant recipes. So keep an eye out for those. I'll put them at the end of the video when I get those done. But I'm gonna show you one really quickly right here that makes it really easy if you're like, I just wanna transition, but I don't wanna buy something. This is such a simple, really quick deodorant spray if you wanna make up something all by yourself. But what you need to start with is these magnesium chloride flakes. Now, a lot of homemade deodorant starts with baking soda, but baking soda can be really irritating to a lot of people's skin, including mine. It starts hurting and it starts like creating inflammation, maybe even some rashy symptoms. And so it can just be a little bit too harsh. And let me tell you that that does not help changing over your microbiome at all if you're dealing with inflammation. So these magnesium chloride flakes, they're really easy to buy in all sorts of different places. They work really well, but they're much more gentle. So you just want to get those in, and then we're just going to dissolve it with a little bit of warm water. Just enough to kind of cover it there. We're just gonna stir it until it totally dissolves. It does not take long. And as soon as you have that all the way dissolved, you're gonna put in half a cup of a good quality witch hazel. Now this acts as a preservative, but it also helps act as an astringent. It helps kind of really work for you in making that microbiome exactly what you want. And then you can put in an essential oil of your choice. you know, go with the more mild ones. Don't go with anything spicy. This one's a cedar wood. And what you're really looking for this quantity is to go with about 20 to 25 drops of essential oil total for this. And because we're adding this into the witch hazel, you're gonna have to shake it every time you use it to make it go. I'm gonna add a little bit of lavender in with this cedarwood. I like the blend. I think it's nice. There we go. Ooh, that smells nice. But do your favorites, whatever it is you like. Okay, stir that up, and I'm just gonna get it into a couple of these little spray bottles. And then you'll just use it kind of like you would a regular deodorant. Put it on in the morning when you're getting dressed. Just spray it on. And it should get you through the day, especially when you have finished that transition adjustment period for your microbiome. But keep an eye out if you prefer the roller kind or a solid stick, because that video will be coming out soon. And when it is, we'll put it right here. We'll see you guys soon.